And like, well, the yes, I think is it 52 or 250? Well, some newspapers there, some said 250, some said 52 Catholic school girls, school students, yes, in Niger State. Well, we have been talking about this all this while. What is government doing? They have tried, after Donald Trump's threat to bring troops to Nigeria, maybe, well, to help tackle this insurgency. Now, this one has happened again. 2 days before, one yesterday. Well, people are agitated. People are not happy. Yes, people are not happy. And well, let me just go through this. The saga that happened yesterday. The federal government and some northern states have ordered, that is the aftermath of what happened in Niger State yesterday. The federal government and some northern states have ordered a shutdown of academic activities in some schools over rising insecurity and abduction of pupils. Well, while the federal government closed 41 unity schools, governors of Kwara, Plateau, Niger, Benue, and Katsina also shut down schools in their states. Tension escalated on Friday after bandits attacked St. Mary's School, a Catholic institution in Papiri community of Aguara local government area, Niger State, abducting 215 students, yes, and 12 teachers. 12 teachers, imagine, 215 students. The one in Kebbi that happened in Kebbi State was 25 students. One escaped. I think, yes, we had information that that one that escaped was the daughter of the vice principal that was shot and killed. Now, this was only 4 days after 26 schoolgirls, yes, were abducted. I don't think it is 26, 25. Schoolgirls were abducted from Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School, Maga, Kebbi State. And during that Monday attack, the terrorists shot dead the school's vice principal. That is, yes, the vice principal. And President Tinubu directed the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawali, to immediately relocate to Kebbi State and coordinate efforts to rescue the girls. Yes, Minister of State for Defense to relocate. So he will go inside the bush. He should order the military to enter that bush and rescue those girls. Yes, and rescue those girls. Minister of State for Defense is a minister, is a political appointee, so he should relocate to Abuja and rescue the girls. I don't understand what these people are always saying. With due respect, I'm not calling President Tinubu people, but sometimes some statements make one shudder that how can this kind of statement come out from a president, the Minister of State for Defense? Why can't he say the Chief of Army Staff, or Chief of Defense Staff, or Chief of Naval Staff, the IG, to relocate? You're not saying Minister of State for Defense should relocate to the bush in Kebbi State to rescue the girls.
Well, it should be. After all, he's the Minister of Defense, isn't he?
He's the Minister. Minister of State is a minister, not he's a political appointee.
He won't be relocating alone. He will be, of course, he's relocating. He will be taking along those officials, both military and civil, under his purview. He's not going. He won't be going there alone. So he's the Minister of Defense. So he should go there. It was the one that said, I think sometimes ago, it was the one that said Nigerians were being cowardly or something like that. That he said, after all, that these people only have AK-47 rifles and they have a few rounds of ammunition. As if when they fire those few rounds at you, as if it's not going to be potent and it's not going to have any effects. Maybe he thinks that every Nigerian has so too much. And maybe that's why he said that at that particular point in time. That was what he said at that time. So now he is the Minister of Defense, and since he knows that you have just a few rifles and they have very little ammunition, so he should lead. He should go there with his cohorts, like I said, the soldiers under his ministry, whose battalions and brigades and divisions are under the purview of his ministry. And again, so after that, then we will follow to effect the rescue.
Well, like you know, another abduction took place yesterday. Apart from the 25 that took place through the Niger State, no, Kebbi State yesterday. That of yesterday was Niger State. And well, the police command confirmed the attack, and they say a combined team of military and police officers have been deployed to Papili to rescue the victims. That is, well, don't let me talk.
And Bimbo, well, this pattern was much too coincidental. So that's to show you that something very deliberate is playing out here. And well, I may be wrong, but my own thoughts and opinion, my view here is that perhaps the detractors of the current administration are the ones at work, the ones who will stop at nothing to bring down this current administration. Not that I'm very happy with the activities of the current administration myself, especially when it comes to the issue of security and the economy. But if anyone wants to get rid of them, they should wait until it's ballot time. They should wait until it's election time. That is democratic, that is appropriate, that is lawful. But what I'm seeing here is much too coincidental. No one should tell me that, oh, if it's about attacking Christians, if it's about Christian genocide, those who are perpetrating this, the actual perpetrators of Christian genocide, if there's any deliberate attempt to perpetrate Christian genocide, they are not stupid. And they wouldn't go and be executing things the same way, along the same pattern, along the same thought lines. Especially when the Americans have just alleged us of Christian genocide. So that is the time they now decide to wake up and perpetrate more by attacking Christian schools and abducting Christian students. So I think, like I always say, someone trying to give a dog a bad name to hang it, and the government should be looking in this direction. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they should be looking in this direction as well. 52 Catholic school students, Bimbo, staff taken away by the abductors. Well, I don't know what time it was that they attacked Bimbo. Well, we understand that they came at about 60 motorbikes. 60,
but I heard there were about 215. Not, I don't know, different accounts of numbers. And
Bimbo, okay. Government attacked the Catholic boarding school in Niger State and abducted school children and staff. On Friday, just days after 25 school girls were abducted in Kebbi. And well, I'm trying to look at the details of how the attack unfolded, Bimbo. But what I read yesterday was that there were about 60 motorbikes. And from what I'm seeing here, the attack did not occur under cover of darkness. Even if it did, Bimbo, people on 60 motorbikes moving through, I don't believe that they travel through the bush, Bimbo. They move through the streets.
Yes, through the streets, yes.
Or even if it's along
and people will have noticed them.
And the school was not in the bush. So people on 60 motorbikes, that's quite a sin, Bimbo. And no one challenged them. And if, because of their weapons, no one could challenge them, no one alerted the authorities.
And there was the police. The police was there.
They also did not know. And that particular area is supposed to be one of the troubled areas in Niger State. So the likelihood that there should security checkpoints along perhaps every inch of the way. But then they had a smooth ride. Now they went to the school, and to abduct 52 students, they must have made a lot of noise. The shots must have been fired.
Yes.
And they fired at the school security man and injured him seriously. So all that noise still attracted no one, especially the security agents.
But how could they have taken all those, the number of students on bikes?
Exactly the point. Some of them must have walked. So some of them must have been hardened on foot. So the story didn't say they were busing. It did say that there were trucks. So, like I said, the return journey, the numbers of people would have increased, and then a bigger scenario, and yet everything went very, very smoothly.
Yes. Coordinated.
So that's to tell you that some authority somewhere must have been involved. And by the way, Niger State is one of the states where the governor is busy making friends with terrorists. He says he doesn't believe in the use of force, and he has been trying frantically to make friends with them. So this is the result of his friendship with the terrorists. And I hope he knows now that that particular approach is not working. Or maybe he feels he doesn't have a choice, since the federal government that controls the nation's security apparatus is not forthcoming. Sometimes that is what pushes some of these governors to take that particular approach. But then, this is a very big challenge to the Tinubu administration.
Yes.
And they must be on top of this. This has to stop. This has to stop. And I believe, well, maybe with the shout out from the Americans, maybe the measures this time around will be the measure to end this madness once and for all.
Now, like you said, the government, Niger State government, it wants to turn around the blame on the school authorities. Now, they are blaming the authorities of the school for leaving room for the abduction. Yes. Secretary to the state government, Alhaji Abubakar Usman, said the management of the school breached a directive that all boarding schools and construction activities in the area be shut down. And the directive, according to him, followed intelligence suggestive of increased, I don't understand that, security threats in parts of Niger North Central District. Yes, I think there had been some threats.
So that's what you are going to tell their parents, that the school disobeyed, and that the school did not well, if indeed that happened and the school disobeyed that directive, were there no sanctions? Was it yesterday? Was it today? Was it the day before yesterday that you issued that directive and the school disobeyed, and you start there watching them disobey the directive? If they don't have anything to say, the Niger State government, the SSG, I think they should just keep quiet instead of making irresponsible statements.
Yes. Now,
so if you want to tell that to the parents of the abducted students,
yes, and see what will happen if they go to the parents.
If they will not tie his Babariga around his neck and throw him into the lagoon, if there's any lagoon in Niger State.
Now, following the development in Niger State, President Tinubu called off his planned trip to South Africa for the G20 Leaders Summit this weekend to enable him receive briefings on the security challenge. He delegated Vice President Kashim Shettima to stand in for him. Well, the president at first delayed his trip following the Kebbi and Kwara attacks, only for terrorists to strike in Niger early yesterday again. Well, I don't know the effect of that, the briefing of the terrorists, of what really happened. I don't know what that will bring, what effect it will have. Now, the Niger State chapter of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, condemned the gunmen attack on St. Mary's Catholic Primary and Secondary Schools, Papiri, and the local chairman of CAN, the very Reverend Bulus Yohana, said the association was disturbed by the development. And well, like you said earlier, one senator is saying that the attacks were aimed at discrediting Tinubu's administration. That's according to
the use of the American threat, the American designation as a country of particular concern regarding the matter of religion. And well, some believe that perhaps if the Americans do make good their threat, that it could be a way to bring down the administration. But the Americans have said that they are not coming to effect a change of government, even if they are coming, which I don't believe they would. But they have said that even if they are coming, they are not coming to effect a change of government. They are coming to fight terror. So I don't know.
Yes.
It's too coincidental.
Yes.
I keep saying it. It's too coincidental.
Yes. And I'm seeing a reason here. That, well, maybe the belief. The news agency of Nigeria is quoting intelligence sources. It is saying that the student abductions may have been as a result of the recent killing of a notorious terror commander, Babangida, during Nigerian Air Force airstrikes in Niger State. And the news outlet said the communities along the riverside axis of Shiruru had been celebrating following confirmation of the death of Babangida, and Babangida was a key lieutenant to feared bandits kingpin Dogo Gide.
So will the abduction of those students bring Babangida back to life? That's what I'm just wondering. And like I said, the federal, the government authorities, if they're going to be doing anything about the matter of banditry in a state like Niger, for instance, they shouldn't be working at cross purposes with the Niger state government. The governor Bago, who believes that they should be making friends with terrorists. So when and if the federal authorities do decide to wield the sledgehammer against these people, they will be working at cross purposes with Governor Bago, who is sitting at table at having tea and coffee with these people. So that could rather run foul of achieving the actual purpose, which is for us to get rid of this of this terrorist once and for all. I'm sure if they had been working together, the chances that they could have pulled this off would have been drastically reduced. They have been working together, but then you don't see that kind of synergy.
Now, another allegation here: Kebbi governor queries military withdrawal before Maga school girls abduction. That is from Kebbi State.
So for you to know that something is very wrong somewhere, very, very wrong somewhere. So Mr. John was right when he gave us that information.
Yes.
Actually, a military checkpoint on the way to that school, and some hours before the attack, they suddenly withdrew.
Yes.
And no as usual, there is not going to be any investigation into who gave that order, into why that happened. I'm sure even the CNC, the Commander-in-Chief himself, Mr. President, must have been briefed on this. But for reasons we don't know, nothing will happen by way of looking into that aspect. Perhaps if when they would look into that, it has been happening, recording over and over again. It happened in Chibok.
Yes.
The same story we heard, that the soldiers were suddenly withdrawn. Soldiers on the way to that school were suddenly withdrawn when the attack was about to happen. Still nothing. Nothing, even as we speak. So maybe the matter of the KB schoolgirls, and maybe with the Americans breathing down our necks, if they look into it this time around, like I said, maybe to be the investigation to end this madness, like I said, once and for all. But I'm worried, remember, schools have been shut down, and this is getting closer and closer to us.
Yes.
Kebbi is not far away.
Yes.
Even Niger State is
Niger
not
State
far
too.
away.
Yes.
And in Jeba, you have to cross Jeba and you are in Ubumosho.
Yes.
And even Kwara is also not far away. So now, Unity schools are being closed down. 41 federal unity colleges closed down. Because no one knows where they will strike next. They could strike even right here in Adia State. They could be anywhere.
Yes.
But they could be anywhere.
Because they have entered the state.
And especially those that are trying to make a statement. Trying to make a statement that, the Americans are right, Christians are being targeted and all that. And Plateau Casino schools also shut. So these people are trying to they're also trying to destroy education. They are also trying to destroy education.
And I believe proactive measures should be taken. Don't let's say, yes, this is Southwest, nothing will happen. This is Ibadan. This is Abeokuta, or this is Oshun. Nothing can happen. There should be proactive action. Proactive action should be taken. Yes.
In the newsroom yesterday, someone was making a statement. Well, she was saying that they'll not be here now. That as long as no be my family and all that. And
imagine.
And I shook my head and wondered, they are that close to your door, and then you are still thinking that they won't come to you eventually. If you fold your arms and do nothing about it, especially if you have that attitude, that mindset that those being abducted are not your people, and those being killed are not your people, and that they are not likely to come here. And no one thought they would come to Ondo State.
Yes.
Or there were church attack.
Yes.
No one ever thought that would happen.
Yes,
and
in Ondo State.
It did happen.
We'll take a short break now. We'll be back.
Charity ẹni fẹ́ ṣàríyá o, gbogbo ẹni fẹ́ ṣàjọ̀dún, àbẹ́ni fẹ́ ṣèpàdé o, gbogbo ẹni fẹ́ ṣènáwó. BCOS event grand, òun lè máa bọ̀. BCOS event grand, òun ló kájọ ẹ̀ fún gbogbo ayẹyẹ. Èyí tẹ́yìn bá fẹ́ ṣe, BCOS event grand, òun lè máa bọ̀ o. Bóyá wá gbé mi débẹ̀ yóò, ilé akéde. Bóyá wá gbé mi débẹ̀ yóò, BCOS event grand. BCOS event grand débi tílẹ̀ ti tẹ́jú àyè ìgbọ́kọ̀sí ń bẹ ìyẹn pọ̀ jaburata. BCOS event grand ìyẹn nílé akéde oríta Báṣọ̀run nílùú Ìbàdàn. BCOS event grand òun yẹn máa bọ̀ o. ohun tá à ń sọ ni pé fónírúurú ayẹyẹ tẹ́yìn bá fẹ́ ṣe ó ti wù kó fẹjú tó. BCOS event grand òun ló kájú ẹ̀ òun ló káàtó. ṣókù àgbàlẹ̀ yìí fẹ́ ṣe ni tàbí ìgbéyàwó tàbí birthday tàbí open year crusade. ó sì jẹ́ book launch ní tiyín ni. ẹ máa bọ̀ ẹ̀yẹ sáti kàn sí wa ní yàrá kẹrin commercial department BCOS ilé akéde tàbí kẹ́ ẹ pè sórí BCOS customer care line tololong 0915-870-3300. BCOS event grand ilé àríyá fáwọn tó mọ bó ṣe ń lọ.
Oyo State Golden Jubilee. Now, it's good 50 years since the creation of Oyo State, 1976 to 2026. Such great strides and monumental achievements. Expansive economic development that has confirmed Oyo State as a pace setter indeed. Infrastructural revolution, socio-cultural transformation, reinforced security and enduring peace. Harmonious religious cooperation and collaboration. Health, educational and agricultural reforms that has brought life more abundant to all citizens. Beneficial and responsible governance in a new political agenda, first of its kind. We have reasons to celebrate. Let's give great kudos to our visionary and dynamic governor, Engineer Oluyole FNSE, for the renewal of Oyo State, making us proud even at 50. Further details of events in the Oyo State Golden Jubilee program shall be announced later. This announcement comes from the chairman, Oyo State Golden Jubilee Committee, Honorable Said Akande Fijabi, and members. Rejoice, Engineer Oluyole, the Golden Governor, and all good people of Oyo State, as we celebrate this Golden Jubilee of Oyo State, the pace setter state.
Conversation. All right, we're back, and it's good to know you are still there. All right, we're working hard to end killings. That's coming from the Minister of Information.
Yes, sir. That is his job.
That's his job. It's supposed to sound reassuring. And the Kwara community this list of 38 abducted in church. Nnamdi Kanu has been moved to Sokoto prison.
Yes,
according to his lawyer.
I'm seeing this here, and
they said it's going to appeal.
I said it's going to appeal, but we hope that it will appeal quickly for him to be, released quickly.
So while the murderers, killers, and cutthroats are being invited to the negotiation table, especially in northern Nigeria, while they're having breakfast, tea, and coffee with governors, with top government officials in full glare of television cameras, with their guns and their ammunition belts around their necks. And so Nnamdi Kanu here is being moved to Sokoto prison.
You know the reason why he was moved? In sentencing the IPOB leader, Justice Oluyole Omotosho had said that Kuje Custodial Center, Abuja, will not be suitable for him because of likely danger to his life. given the number of killings associated with his directives.
So, who would want him dead that could reach him in Kuje prison and cannot reach him in Sokoto?
Sokoto. So, what he is trying to say now is that security is not really tight in that custodial center. That is it.
Prison, very likely that that prison would be at least a bit conducive.
Yes,
but prison in Sokoto, I shudder even when I imagine the heat.
Yes,
at this time of the year. So, and at night, the terrible cold.
Yes,
and of course, a prison located in Sokoto is not likely to be very conducive.
Yes.
Well, I hope he doesn't die.
Well, meanwhile, meanwhile, the movement for the actualization of sovereign state of Biafra, that is MASOB, you know, they condemned the judgment, saying it was like sentencing the entire Igbo land. Well,
like I said yesterday, I'm not very sure the ordinary Igbo citizen would be very comfortable to have him back in their midst. Maybe if Mr. Alex and William calls this morning, maybe he might be able to tell us something about this. But as for the Igbo elite, maybe because they are afraid of their own shadows, and they wouldn't want to be targets of his boys, of his people. So they would have to show that they actually care about his release, when in actual fact deep down they don't. They won't be the ones encouraging the federal government not to do anything in that direction, or maybe a political solution whereby it could be granted some form of pardon. But then the Igbo people themselves, I'm talking about the ordinary Igbo masses now, they've lived in fear of him. They've lived in fear of him and the IPOB.
Yes.
And he was also, he was not just fighting, he was not even fighting the perceived enemies, detractors of his people. He was fighting his own people,
yes,
in the name of actualizing Biafra. And I think that was a very big blunder on his part. It was destroying infrastructure in Igbo land. INEC offices were being burnt when it was a countdown to election time. Markets were being shut on Mondays. And there were instances where Igbo children were not allowed to write their their final exams. Talking about WASC and other exams like that. So
people are not allowed to operate their businesses.
So it was quite a problem to the Igbos themselves. But then I said, why kill a fly with a sledgehammer? I mean, compared to the atrocities being performed by these terrorist commanders in northern Nigeria, and yet the government treats them as if they are kings. And it was very easy to hunt him down. You know, when he fled outside Nigeria, and those that are within Nigeria, the terrorists within Nigeria, they won't establish fiefdoms, like I said yesterday, collecting levies from people, and yet our government says that it's having difficulties apprehending them. There's one that is perpetually on the run. They've not even caught him, even as we speak. I've forgotten his Bello Toji in Zamfara.
Yes, Toji.
He still hasn't been apprehended. And the last we heard was that he was negotiating, whereas Nnamdi Kanu is now being moved to Sokoto prison. That's Oluyole.
Now, stories on education now. ASU strike, NLC to convene meeting as ultimatum ends today.
Well, thank God that they are concerned this time around. I mean, the NLC. The other time they were busy dabbling into URCW matters, yes, when universities were shut for almost a year.
Now, the Nigeria Labour Congress has said its organs will meet and decide on the next line of action as the ultimatum it issued to the federal government over the looming industrial action in public tertiary institutions expires on Saturday, that is today. The acting Secretary General of the NLC, Benson Ukpa, disclosed this in an interview with Punch correspondent in Abuja on Friday. And the NLC, after a meeting with tertiary institution-based unions, resolved to give the federal government a 1-month ultimatum to resolve the lingering crisis in universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education. Well, let's see what the outcome of that will be.
Now, the exigencies of the times, Bimbo, I think this is what has made it expedient for the DSS to take this action. Someone who masterminded an attack on a church, on a Deeper Life Bible Church, Okene, Kogi State, since 2012, is just being arraigned on terrorism-related charges in 2025. DSS arraigns Okene Church attack mastermind Obadaki on terrorism-related charges. He was arraigned on Thursday on a 6-count charge bordering on membership of a terrorist group, conspiracy, rendering assistance to acts of terrorism, concealment of information on terrorist activities, and escape from lawful custody. Well, at least it's a step forward.
Yes. Tola, you remember Abubakar Audu? That governor that won the governorship election in Kogi State and died was about to be sworn in, and he died. He is 10 years today. So yes,
how time flies.
Yes, his memoriam is here in the newspapers, and I'm seeing 1947 to 2015.
And some people said he died of Otumopo.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
NDLEA detains vessel 20 Filipinos for 20 kg of cocaine. Marwa wants global cartels. Nigeria is not your foothold. Arrest 230 seizes illicit drugs, weapons in 30-day operation across Kano. I love this man, Bimbo, but then, despite all his efforts, he still doesn't seem to be winning the battle. But then he is very impressive, Bimbo, very impressive, his efforts in the anti-drug war. And quickly, Bimbo, something from the book of matrimonial oddities.
Yes.
Now, this particular headline I'm looking at, now, I do not want to judge or blame the one who said this, because some people claim that it has actually worked for them. Now, listen, Bimbo, if you have one wife and she can cheat on you and break your heart, so I decided to have 5 of them. Worry fried yam seller. So, but like I said, this might have worked for some people. They claim it has worked for them. But then sustaining 5 women with their children on fried yam. That's the aspect I'm not so sure about.
It is the guy that is doing fried yams.
He's not that sells fried yams. And he says, okay, if you have one wife, 5 of them, well, maybe they also have their respective vocations, so they help out with the upkeep of the family, because that must be a very big family if we are to count the children. And he said, my wife slapped me. I want a childless 26-year-old marriage dissolved. Is it because she slapped you, or because the marriage has not produced any fruit for 26 years? That's why, because after all, you put up with her for 26 years, despite the fact that she didn't have a child for you.
Yes,
he's a clergyman, Bimbo.
Yeah, but why didn't he go? Why didn't he go extra miles to do prayers? He's a clergyman. Prayers, go to what they always do, Oluyole, and
I think the man
fasting and prayers and all those.
He said the defendants once slapped and beat him, and at another time hit him in the head with a pair of scissors. He said the principal added that the defendant never ceased to rain curses on him and is pleading for divorce. Okay, and and there is nothing about the wife defending herself here. I don't even think she was in court. And then this one says, my wife swore to put me in trouble, drank cement, says husband. How she put you in trouble? She drank cement of her own volition now.
Yes.
She didn't force it down her throat. And I don't want our marriage dissolved, says wife. And this one says, I cheated on my husband because he neglected, starved me. Give us another chance to reconcile, husband. Tell us, court.
Well, that is quite well.
Remember the fried yam seller with 5 wives. You think he's telling the truth, but, and that has actually worked for him. He doesn't want his house broken. That's why he decided to have 5.
5 years, because he knows if this one cheats, he will move to another one.
And he doesn't have to drive the one that cheated away. He can just switch to the other one, to the next one. I think we should add more. All right, do we have a commercial break?
No.
All right, let's open the phone lines.
The phone lines now. 08055009850 or 07055551985. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Tola, Mr. Tito.
Good morning. Mr. John.
I just call you from Oluyole.
Good to have you, sir.
It is sad and very unfortunate. I said it long time ago. One Nigeria only exists on paper. It only exists on paper. Massive students, whether it is 250, whether it is 50, whether it is 80, the fact remains that massive students and staff of a Catholic school has been kidnapped. Now, the truth has to be said here. This kidnapping is political. That is the simple truth. It is political. Now, the Trump trend is now taking place. The reason I said it's now taking place is that those who want to score political points that Trump is right is not at work apart from the normal terrorists and banditry we have. All this one now is now political. So that maybe they think they will come and remove the logo and put them there. I don't know. I said it clearly that whenever there is a Satan in government, these people are not comfortable. Within a year, I don't know, maybe the money they have stolen has finished. They will be looking for a way to remove that Satan. Any means to remove him. Yes, they have ruled this country better than any other region. They are still languishing in poverty. So sad. The Southwest governor should praise up. I keep on saying this. If it happens, no governor should say he caught them unaware, because the fingerprint is everywhere now. Their own children don't want to go to school, they don't want to send their children to school. Our own children want to go to school. We will not block school. And we should not allow them to do this in our territory. On where somebody starts to protect to Sokoto, I want to believe that Sokoto has no goodness. So maybe it is deliberate. Enjoy your weekend. Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Well, Mr. John, you might be surprised to know that the perpetrators of this acts could actually cut across ethnic nationalities and ethnic boundaries. That is what I believe. I don't believe it's just about the northern political elites. I think people here down south here too could be involved in some of these atrocities.
Yes. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good to have you.
They said Gumi came to Ibadan 2 days ago or yesterday. That's what was on social media. Now, they said he came to you. If you have come to any other Falatu, I would have understand that maybe those ones does not understand what is happening. But he came to Citadel of Knowledge in Ibadan. Some professors invited him. Some lamas invited him. Despite everything that is happening now in the country, and the name of this guy in the atmosphere of everything that is happening. But they are bearing the consequences that this man is not what you think about. And they are trying to project the man, which everybody knows what he stands for, as they like to come and give them lecture. Is that not a slap on faces of those people in the bush, of people who have killed, or the blood of those people split on the ground? You see, I said something. There are some clerics in Southwest that are sympathetic to this cause. I used to say it. They are sympathetic, but they will not come outside boldly and say it. But in their actions, everybody that is in that seminar, every one of them should have been arrested for inviting that man that was rejected in Mecca. You are inviting me in Ibadan to come and give you a lecture, and the man was trying to play and say, so those guys are not wicked, it's poverty that made them to be. He was saying what does not make sense. And people are there, they are clapping for him. They are defending their feet. Mr. Tola, we need to act, and it's now. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, Mr. Jide, unfortunately, the Nigerian law, the Nigerian government has not designated Sheikh Gumi with any particular tag bordering on terrorist-related activity. So that's why he is free to move around the country and go anywhere he likes.
And he hasn't been declared wanted for any crime.
So quite unfortunately, so under the law, under Nigeria, it's free. As long as it's in Nigeria, it's free to go anywhere he likes.
Yes, freedom of movement. Yes, 0055009850. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Caleb Alabi from Lakashabo. I just want to comment on the Minister of Information, who said that the financial terrorism of financial are being under investigation. One note, it is better the act fast. In the word of a former president, Jonathan has something to go fast. They have something to go back. Say that some the moment the reason why this government are dragging pitch in naming this terrorist financial is because they don't want to do the second term bid. How long are you going to take them to this the financial terrorism financial so the spare the act for so that's my comment. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
0055009850. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
I just want to thank Mr. Tola for answering Mr. John properly. So we had President Buhari government this country when the Fulani they were on the spree, attacking everybody, kidnapping, creating instability in Nigeria. Was he destabilizing his own government? And besides, this present government we have, as people dug the grave for itself by its economic policies. So why are we now saying that the northern people are creating instability so as to remove Tinubu? Thank you very much. I thank you, Mr. Tola, for analyzing very well. Thank you.
Thank you. 070-5555-1985. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Dr. Oluyole calling from Langlate. I was surprised to what the one of the callers said. Far as fast. Let me go far. Quran does not permit anybody to kill anybody. It is unlawful. It is condemnable for a Muslim to kill another person. And as Islam supposes, you cannot harm anybody unjustly. So if some people are so daft that they are going contrary to the Quran, you cannot subscribe it to Islam. These people are not Muslims. Let's iron it out. They are not Muslims. Let's consider the students they kidnapped. Majority of them are Muslims. They are Muslim students. And they do not have or ask from them that, are you a Muslim? Go this way. Are you a Christian? Go this way. So let's condemn it in its entirety. That this humanity, they are so cruel, they are so bad that they are affecting all the two religions in the country. I don't want religion to disorganize us. Now, in essence, Gumi has a government need to do something about Gumi. They either restrain him or condemn him publicly. So, and that is what every answer should start to be doing. So, Gumi is not in the interest of Islam. He's not an ambassador of Islam in Nigeria. So, we should have that in mind. Thank you, Dr. Ilabugu from Langlate.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, quickly, one more call before we move on the program. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, quickly.
So, Jotuni.
Well, Jesus Captain, I'm there. Just calling from my brother.
Good to have you, sir.
Well, I wish Mr. Kanu good luck. And God take him to your thing. God who saved Daniel in the den of lion, who saved him. Mr. Kanu, God going to keep him. And at the same time, all Christians are Muslims that are not cooperating with the jihadists. God protect us as he has protected the Muslims
Please, as Nigerians, most of us who grow up in the days when people are very good, we must not defend evil. These people are pathetic evil. They know not ethnic groups that can go. We should condemn it outside. If there are other ethnic groups that are joining us today, then we condemn ourselves. The way things are going, I'm telling you, that there is some fire. We have to pray seriously. Very seriously, we have to pray. And I'm surprised that we have philanthropist elders in Nigeria in various ethnic groups, and they cannot come together and discuss and way forward to finding crisis solutions to Nigerian problems, not only the problem of security. Something we have to keep on looking. They are 10 times. We don't want to give
thank you.
in our region.